Long ago, in the great kingdom of Babylon, there lived a man named Daniel, a man known for his wisdom, honesty, and unshakable faith in God. Daniel wasn't born in Babylon. He was one of the Israelites taken from Jerusalem when King Nebuchadnezzar captured the city. But even in a foreign land, far from home, Daniel stayed faithful to God. He worked hard, respected others, and trusted God in everything. Because of his excellent spirit, Daniel became one of the king's most trusted leaders. Years later, a new king named Darius ruled Babylon. He noticed Daniel's loyalty and wisdom. Soon, Daniel was promoted to be one of the highest officials in the entire kingdom. But not everyone was happy about that. Some other officials grew jealous. They wanted Daniel out of the way. But there was a problem. Daniel was honest. He didn't steal, lie, or cheat. They couldn't find any fault in him. So they came up with a clever and dangerous plan. They said to each other, "If we can't find anything wrong with Daniel, we'll have to make a law that goes against his faith." They went to King Darius with flattery, saying, "Your Majesty, you are great. Let's make a law that for the next 30 days, no one can pray to any god or man except you, O king. Anyone who breaks this law will be thrown into the lion's den." King Darius, not realizing their trap, agreed and signed the new law. When Daniel heard about the new law, he didn't panic or hide. He went to his room, opened his window toward Jerusalem, and prayed, just as he always did. 3 times a day, Daniel thanked God, even though he knew the punishment waiting for him. The jealous officials were watching. They caught Daniel praying and rushed to tell the king. When King Darius heard their words, his heart sank. He liked Daniel. He respected him. The king tried all day to find a way to save Daniel, but the law of the Medes and Persians could not be changed. Once signed, it had to be obeyed, even by the king himself. With a heavy heart, King Darius ordered Daniel to be thrown into the lion's den. Before the stone was rolled over the entrance, the king said softly, "May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you." Then Daniel was lowered into the dark pit, and a stone was placed over the opening. That night the king couldn't eat or sleep. He was so worried about Daniel that he refused all entertainment. Meanwhile, in the den, the lions prowled and growled, but Daniel remained calm. He prayed, and God sent his angel to shut the lions' mouths. Not a single one could harm him. At sunrise, King Darius hurried to the lion's den. With a trembling voice, he called out, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve so faithfully, been able to rescue you from the lions?" Then from inside the den came Daniel's voice, "Yes, O king. My God sent his angel, and he shut the lions' mouths. They have not hurt me because I was found innocent in his sight." The king was overjoyed. He ordered Daniel to be lifted out immediately. Everyone saw that Daniel had not a single scratch on him because he had trusted in his God. King Darius then issued a new command for the whole kingdom. "I decree that everyone must fear and reverence the God of Daniel, for he is the living God, and he endures forever. His kingdom will never be destroyed, and he rescues and saves his people." From that day on, Daniel continued to prosper under King Darius, and later under King Cyrus, too. His faith never wavered. Even when laws, lions, and fear surrounded him, Daniel chose to trust God rather than give in to man's pressure. Daniel's story reminds us that faith is not about convenience, it's about conviction. When we stand firm in our beliefs, even when it's hard, God stands with us. Daniel 6, verse 22. My God sent his angel, and he shut the lions' mouths. Isaiah 40, verse 31. Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. So, when life feels like a lion's den, remember you're never alone. God is still in control.